we got to start off with the big signing. This signing to me was the one that was going to define the Niners free agency. They brought this player back. To me, it's a successful free agency. They didn't bring him back. It's an unsuccessful one, and they made it happen by paying Trent Williams 6 years, $138 million, a lot of guaranteed money. Let's get into it. Should they have made Trent Williams the highest paid left tackle in the history of the NFL? Jason, you want to take it?
Yeah. So, look, in terms of what was given up for Trent Williams, what you would have gotten back if he left, which was nothing, and now you have another hole to fill in the draft, I think that I don't really have a problem with it because when you look at the way the contract is structured, it's literally 2 deals. It's essentially 3 years, and then eventually from there is when they can reevaluate and do things. So I wouldn't really trip on that, and if you get all those years out of Trent Williams, it's a win because he's the best left tackle in football. So I don't have an issue with it because of the way the contract is structured. And I think this free agency period more than ever, anytime numbers come out or anytime any sort of deal comes out, you have to wait to figure out how it's structured, guaranteed money, incentives, all those sort of things. So I have no issue with it. He deserved to be the highest paid left tackle, which was, I think it was some petty amount of $10,000 more than Bakhtiari, which, I thought that was pretty funny. But again, you shore up that left side and he's a cornerstone left tackle. I don't have a problem with it. It's a premium position.
Yeah. So Blake, I know that while you think Trent Williams is a superstar and you deserve to get paid a lot, you do have a couple reservations with paying Trent Williams that much money. So tell us, what do you think he should have been the highest paid left tackle in NFL history? Tell us.
So the only issue I have, I understand he's top 5 tackle. I totally understand why they pay him. I would have paid him too. There is a couple issues I do have with it though. So the first one is age. So he's 32. And it's fine if he's getting paid a lot because he's really good now, but will he hold up when he's 34, 35? He has had injury issues, which can be somewhat of a concern, but it looks like the Niners are kind of going all in right now with signing these older guys to deals. So I'm all aboard for that, but it does concern me a little bit. He'll be getting paid a lot of money and he's 34. He has had injury issues in the past. Now, he did sit out the 2019 year, so that kind of, his age is really not how much he has played, but still a lot of wear and tear. But I think that they kind of had to do it right. You're not letting go a top 5 tackle for nothing. So they had to do it. And, I guess the age is the only thing because, when Bakhtiari got his, he's still under 30. Ronnie Stanley, same way. Tunsil, same way. So the only thing is the age, but then again, it's not too bad when you know that the Niners are kind of going. It looks like they're going all in. Is I guess the point I'm getting to. So I'm fine with it, but the age is a little concerning there.
So I actually fully understand your reservations because they all make sense. They're not things you can't dismiss. His age is a problem, and he does have a little bit of a can he play 16 games? He hasn't played 16 games in a couple years, but. For me, here's the bottom line with Trent Williams. I'm a big value chart, guys. You guys know this. I like analytics, and I like valuing players and positions based on worth. But Trent Williams is one of those players to me that you say to hell with the value chart. There's few players in the NFL like that where they just walk up and whatever they want to be paid, you pay them. Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, Julio Jones, Patrick Mahomes. Trent Williams is one of those players. Trent Williams has been a Hall of Fame level left tackle since he started basically his second year in the NFL. He's that good. He's athletically so gifted. There's nothing he can't do. I mean, the guy doesn't lose in pass protection, and he's probably the most unique run blocker in maybe the history of the NFL because he's great move. He's great in line. He's great. Obviously, he's great in line. He's always lining up in line, but he's great one-on-one. He's fantastic at every single thing you ask him to do. So he's just one of those players where, paying him at 32, it's a rich contract. Yeah, he does have an injury history, but this is when I grew up, this is what Walter Jones was. This is Walter Jones in today's NFL. The last 10 years, when you say who's the best left tackle in the NFL, the conversation starts with Trent Williams, and it's Trent Williams and Tyron Smith. Now it's Trent Williams, Bakhtiari, and Stanley, but Trent Williams is the common denominator in that conversation. So yes, I do get the reservations, but this is such a good player. I don't think people realize how good this is. This is a first ballot Hall of Famer type player. This is one of the greatest left tackles in NFL history. So you had to get it done like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, my bad. I was on mute because my little one's in the background. But yeah, I mean, that's it. And then and everything that in the events of how they got Trent Williams, when you replace Joe Staley with Trent Williams, it's under the impression that he's going to be here for the rest of his time in the league. You took out the franchise tag in his language of his contract as a show of good faith, which, ultimately, I don't know if that helped. I mean, I'm sure it helped. I don't know if it closed the deal, but it definitely helped, keep him in the conversation and don't ever discount, system fit and things like that. And, and once you throw the money on top of it, then it becomes easy. So, it's all about how you structured it. And, the fact that it's chopped into 2 deals, I feel even better about it. So you can reevaluate later on down the line.
Yeah. 100%. Go ahead, Blake. My bad.
You said it was like the first 3 years are all guaranteed, right, Jason? Then after that, it's kind of like they evaluate him on a year-by-year basis.
Pretty much. It's literally 2 separate deals. So after the first 3, everything else after that is pretty much, I think it's something about an option. I'm not going to, say without, knowing or anything like that, but I'm fairly certain that it's one half is 3 years of just straight guaranteed, guaranteed money. And then after that, you can reevaluate, figure out where you are from there, which is, he does them a favor as well, too, by doing that.
Yeah.
Which is actually exactly, if you notice how Prague Marathe does his deals, this is exactly how he does it. He guarantees the money when he's confident that the player is going to be on the roster. So for Jimmy Garoppolo, I think his first 2 years were guaranteed when they were confident he was going to be there the first 2 years and then the third year on his contract. Just like that, Trent Williams, I think they're confident that he's going to be their left tackle for the next 3 years. So it is a promising deal structure, but at the same time, Blake's reservations, I think he brought up, are real ones. And maybe we can touch on them slightly. Yeah. And that's basically, there's only 2 concerns with them, and it has nothing to do with, it has somewhat to do with football, but it doesn't have anything to do with his play on the field. It's his health and his age. Jason, do you think Trent Williams is the kind of left tackle that can play till he's 37, 36, like an Andrew Whitworth?
Hope so. And that's not something you can really count on, especially because, let's just, be frank, never played 16 games, I don't think, in any year. Maybe 1 or 2, I want to say. I mean, that but lately he's,
missed a
he's
few.
had and even this year, he missed a few as well too, so I mean, I understand the concern. You have to weigh all that though, and you have to think about, what you're getting and things like that. So that's definitely a concern, but that wouldn't have been something that would have put me off from signing him to that huge deal, and making sure that he gets the money that he deserves.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, they kind of had to sign him. Not signing him, where do you leave yourself at? You need 2 tackles at that point then, and then season could be a wash if you don't have any protection for Jimmy G or whoever is at quarterback.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that, I think that's the bottom line, and that's where I think we're all at. Like, we can have our little quibbles at the price or the age and all of that, but at the end of the day, this was a player they had to sign. I outlined it. To me, this is a Hall of Famer. So when you have a Hall of Famer on your roster, you have to sign him. They managed to sign him in an offseason with a shortened cap and all of those kinds of things. I think the Niners did a hell of a job bringing him back, because bringing him back is essential.
Absolutely. Paid Trent Williams. # paid Trent Williams. It's done.